literally just ate a slice of pumpkin pie. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you guys made it. I'm Tammy. I'm the Siberian Wind. Tonight we have Cathy with us for our Thursday Land That I Love Quilt Sew Along. We've got Chloe and Glenda and Patricia in the chat. Welcome into all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Whether you celebrate it or not, happy Thanksgiving to you either way. So... how has your Thanksgiving been, Cathy?
Very, very hectic, busy, crazy, harrowing.
Oh.
If it could happen, it happened. So, yeah.
Welcome in, Judy. Yeah, ours was kind of the same way. And if you're here in the chat, go ahead and let us know how your Thanksgiving is going. What you've been up to today. What was your favorite part of today? Welcome in, Rob. Quilting in the Man Cave. Rob is here. He just says, just wanted to pop in and say hello. Can't stay as I'm editing a video. Hope everyone had a great holiday. Thank you so much, Rob. I appreciate you stopping in. Thank you. Oh... So our Thanksgiving involved Tom making more than one run to stores outside.
Oh, goodness.
One was for ice and the other we won't go into.
Oh, no.
The turkey came out really good in spite of everything.
Well, that was part of our, if it could happen, it happened.
Oh.
I had the turkey in the refrigerator since Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And my brother-in-law came and got it today to go put it on the smoker.
Okay.
Well, I just got the turkey breast, so it went by like 7 pounds, you know?
Yeah.
You think, it was just going to be me, my kids, their kids, and my sister and brother-in-law.
Okay.
So you think that's enough turkey, 7 pounds, just the turkey breast. That's a lot of meat.
That is.
Well, he goes unwrapping it to put it on the smoker, and that sucker is still frozen solid.
Oh.
I don't know how that happened, but it was frozen solid. So, go figure.
Well,
I guess
ours was still frozen. Oh.
Yeah, he showed it to me. He started knocking on it. He's like, look, it's still frozen. I'm like, well, just put it in the fridge and I'll take it home and cook it later.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. We got Chloe. Hey, Chloe. Hey, Judy. Hey, Glenda. Hey, Patricia. Did I miss somebody? I'm not scrolling.
You're fine. Rob is quilting
I see
in the
Rob.
Man Cave. Yep.
Hey, Rob.
And then I can go back to cutting more fabric and working to catch back up.
It looks like I'm having internet craziness again this week. I don't know. I got to get my husband to do something about that. He's telling me it's because we don't have our tower up.
Oh, goodness.
I don't want a tower in my yard.
I don't blame you.
It's a 60-foot tower.
Yeah, picking the cucumbers off the tower will be kind of hard if you decide to use it to grow things on.
Yeah, it's like I like kind of being unseen where I live.
Yeah.
And a 60-foot tower, I mean, that's kind of not going to happen.
True. Welcome in, Andrea. Judy says that her turkey thawed out just fine. Miss Book Lover, she says, hello, Cathy and Tammy from North Carolina. Welcome in, Miss Book Lover. Do you have a different name you'd like to go by, or just do you want us to call you Miss Book Lover? We will go that way if you'd like.
Okay, I know who she is. I'm trying to remember her name.
Oh,
goodness.
Oh, so we already have a name. We just don't know it. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm going to give you a hard time.
Okay. I'm very bad. This is the one, Donna, is that right?
Ooh.
Is that the
Ooh.
one we were emailing back and forth with her?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's Donna. Okay, yes. And she just said, I'm Donna. Welcome, Donna. We are so glad to have you. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Judy says that she is ready to take a nap. I am right with you. I quite literally 3 minutes before I'm walking in here and getting Cathy admitted to the Zoom, and I still have whipped cream on my lip, trying to trying to clear my face. I don't like the prepackaged whipped cream, so we always buy the heavy whipping cream to make my own whipped cream. And my husband said, "Well, you don't have enough time because you got to start your life." I was like, "I got enough time to make whipping cream." And I was not thinking, and I went ahead and put all 4 cups from the jug in there, and my
Oh
mixer
wow.
does not hold that much. So I was having to stand over it and monitor the poor thing. I was trying to make a mess, but it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, I was supposed to actually whip my heavy cream, and I just said no. I noticed I had a container of Cool Whip in the fridge, and I'm like, that's what I'm using today.
Well,
I'm going for a shortcut. I
any
mean, normally I whip the heavy whipping cream, the
yeah.
heavy. Normally I would, but today was not the day.
Well,
I had so many things that happened.
we had calamity with the deviled eggs, and we had calamity with the turkey, and then I get my
They come in threes.
they
What was
do.
your third one?
Well, my husband looked at my dressing and he said, "That's not like the dressing you made last year." I said, "No, I altered the recipe because last year I couldn't get my dressing to set. My dressing took, no joke, last year it took 3 rounds of cooking to get it to set. Like, I had too much liquid in it, and I'm not used to high altitude anything. So making the adjustments
Yeah.
for high altitude cooking, I had no idea what I was doing. Last year I didn't par bake my pumpkin pie crust, so my pie crust was really chewy and moist. Um,
Oh wow.
so that was not good last year, but I got that right this year. Welcome in, it's Kennedy. She says, hello, Alabama and Cathy, and an extra hello to everyone else. I hope y'all had a great day today. Thank you so much.
Oh, we
Oh,
did, Kennedy.
oh no. Chloe says that she always had to buy a new oven. It stopped working yesterday. That is the time that
Oh,
this stuff will stop working. That's
yeah, that is the one.
crazy.
Well, my sister has not had an oven for years.
Oh no.
Well, lightning struck their house,
Oh, that'll do
and
it.
they replaced the oven, but the new oven went out in like 6 months
Oh no. It could be some
after
kind of
their house
short or
got struck
something.
by lightning.
Yeah. That's
And
crazy.
she's like, "Well, we don't use it anyway. They use the air fryer pretty much." Well, let me back up. They don't eat at home.
Gotcha.
It's not that they eat out. They like my brother-in-law today cooked everything they would eat for the next week. He smoked a lot of meats.
Yeah.
Oh, is
Kathy,
it my volume, Kathy?
it could be either one. I don't know which one. Let us know which one it is, Kathy Newhart. She says, because the volume is cutting in and out. Um, Chloe did say that her husband got the oven back working. Thank goodness,
Good.
yes. Agreed. It is very difficult these days to cook a lot of what we expect to have for Thanksgiving. Patricia says that she thought it was on her end. Yeah, is it both me and Kathy? Or is it just Kathy whose volume is cutting in and out?
Yeah, because I have bad internet. So, and we're
Let's
supposed to get down to almost freezing tonight. I am so excited.
see. Oh, we're already there. We're at 29 degrees.
Well, we're not going to get all the way to freezing, It's going to get down, I think my husband said, like mid 30s tonight.
Okay.
And so, that's good for us. That'll be the first. Oh, both
All
of
right. Yeah,
us.
it's both of us. Let's see. Okay. Um, Let me see if I can figure out.
I actually think it is Zoom
It
because
might be.
I had one of my health calls, and
Yeah.
we Zoom our health calls, and our connection was awful as well. And
Okay.
she was um, sounding like a robot.
Okay. Let me know if anything changed with the way that I changed one setting. I don't want to change 5 million settings until I know which one is or is not helping. So,
Glenda, you're asking what I'm pressing on. Do you mean like what are my pieces I'm pressing on, or what is the board?
oh, you've got your new board, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Mine's
I've had
yellow.
it a little while, but really I haven't used it a lot.
Mine's yellow. Mine's not pink.
Yeah, what I'm pressing on here, this see it,
Okay,
it's
that
a
doesn't help.
the rotating board. It is a Martelli roundabout, and it's just a board with a press pad on it, and then I have board below it. So it's like that one thing. Yeah, it's the Martelli roundabout. This is the thing that Creative Notions was given as their second prize for the month that we were doing all the projects. That red and white quilt just about made me pull my hair out. So this is what I wanted. Well, when I don't win things normally, but I thought, well, maybe I'll have a chance because I did do everything they wanted done. And, but when I didn't win it, my husband told me just to order it. So I ordered it.
All right, you guys, let me know if that helped any. I made one more change. Um, let's see if the sound quality is better. I do not get a preview of our video with the new sound setting. It doesn't let me. So I can't, like, I see on our Zoom, but I can't see live. Glenda says that's cool about your Martelli. Yep. Hers is pink. Um,
Yeah, I think this is the 17-inch, I think is what it is.
yeah, it's the same size as mine.
Okay, yeah.
Mine's just yellow and old because I've already used it quite a couple times. Kathy Newhart says that she refreshed it and that made it better. Okay, good.
Oh, good.
Good. You
Okay.
guys let me know if I need to make additional adjustments, and I will. Um, we'll keep it on the mode that I've got it on right now, and we'll see if Zoom will cooperate with us. Oh no! Chloe says that she was sewing without a bobbin. My machine
Oh
would
my
not let
goodness.
me. It would hang up and do all kinds of funky stuffs.
Chloe, you're my spirit friend here. I do the same thing all the time.
Oh, I see my video is also kind of doing some funky stuff too. I can't change that because I changed the audio setting. Let's see if I can come back out of this without. Uh, let's make the
Yeah, I'm
adjustments.
watching it on my tablet now. Of course, my tablet has like a 30-second delay or something.
Yeah, yeah, it does. Um, yeah, it changes my video settings when I change that. But I am going to leave the other settings I changed, so you guys let me know. Um, and I also had another one somehow enabled that I didn't realize I did, so I just disabled that. So we're going to see. You guys keep giving me feedback on sound if we're still having sound issues. Um, if you are, if it would help you, I do have automatic captions enabled, so you can select captions on YouTube, and it should be translating those captions for you so you can read what we're saying, even if our audio is cutting out for you. And I do tend to pause when I speak, so that could also translate as an audio issue when it's not, actually the audio, it's me. I'm really good at it. I promise I am.
Yeah. Are you working on your land that I love right now?
Oh, absolutely. So what I decided, because I'm having to redo so many of them, I've got my half square triangles, and all I'm doing now is I'm putting together the little star points that go with each set. So I'm doing a little bit of
Yeah.
cutting first, and I'm going to start sewing here in just a minute because I need to sew. I have not sewn. I did not sew at all yesterday. So I definitely need to sew. I am
Yeah, I
desperate need of
haven't started on
sewing.
mine. The only sewing I'm getting done is what we do on the live. That is it. I'm not even pressing it.
Well,
I have been pressing.
I got the Chloe, good question. She's asking why am I redoing? Where is it? I had it up earlier because I was over at Katie with Greenland Quilters channel, and so
Yeah, let me
I
pull my
there it
square
is.
out too, and
Yep.
we can show our squares at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I've already got mine up. I'm sorry.
Oh,
So the way that the book pictures this block on page 27 that it tells you to
yeah,
go to is this direction. It is white as a background and your print as your snowballs and your star. However, on page 121 and through the pattern for this book or for this block or for this quilt rather, the background where it's white here, on that it's the print, and so your star is white and your snowball corners are white. So Kathy's going to keep hers this way, and I decided I would redo mine. And so I didn't have everything cut to the correct sizes, so I was having to go back and cut to the correct sizes and
so
pair
you
up
will
and
get a
match things.
sampling. Yeah, you'll get a sampling of this done both ways.
Yes. Yeah, you will. You will get to see both, you know, the correct way and the way that we both read it to begin with.
Well, they're
'Cause
both correct.
well, yeah. You'll get to
Just
see it the way that the person did the actual pattern in. And you'll get to see it the
yeah,
other
mine
way.
is going to be correct by page 27. Yours is going to be correct by page 101.
121,
Is
something
that
like that. Yeah.
121? Okay.
Yeah, Chloe, you're right. She says, "Oh, confusing in the book." Yes, it is absolutely confusing in the book. And neither one of us caught it until last week. And I decided that I wanted to change mine. I could have just left them all, but I wanted to change mine up. So that's why I'm redoing. But I only finished the one block. It's just I had a lot of my snowball corners for my star points already started, so I have some waste pieces. Which I was really not happy about that, but it is what it is. It's part of the process.
And I'm just lazy. I didn't want to recut my fabric. I had plenty to recut. I just really do not like cutting fabric.
Oh, I'm with you. I
That
don't
is
like.
my, yeah, pre-cuts are my friend. I love them.
Well, I think I've finally cut through the majority of what I've already got the small scraps of that I can finish out blocks with. So what I'm going to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I have a total of 18 blocks that I have everything except the 1-inch squares. Like I've got all the half square triangles trimmed, but I've only got 10 of them where I can put the star points on. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop and I'm going to start putting star points on, because the next step is if I want to assemble a row, I'll at least have something to start with, because you have to have 2 of these star units to be able to do your first row in the quilt. So for the final assembly, that's what you have to get started with it. And let me move stuff out of the way. I also had to clear my design wall off today, and I've got another project that I'm furiously working towards, and
Yeah, I'm so excited when we get off the live tonight. I will pull out my Christmas tree.
oh, how exciting.
So excited.
Well, Tom is already excited. He's waiting for this live to be done so he can go pull all this harvest down and put Christmas up. I do know that I am going to have a countdown to Christmas thing in here. So, like, how many days until Christmas? We picked that out yesterday. I really shouldn't have gone anywhere after I got done with my infusion. But he wanted to get out a little bit longer. And we knew we were going to be stuck inside today, not going anywhere. So I humored him. And
well,
yeah.
I am still not Thanksgiving out yet. We are going, well, I am going with my grandson. I'm taking my grandson because I have him tomorrow. His mama has to work.
Okay.
And, well, his mom and dad both have to work tomorrow, and I don't. So I'm going to have him tomorrow because his babysitter is not, she doesn't have kids.
Yeah.
She took Thursday and Friday off.
Okay.
And so I'm going to have him, and I'm taking him to my mother's house. But my mother has never seen him.
Oh.
And he is almost a year old.
That's going to be exciting.
Yes. My mom, she comes in my mother is a cook on a boat.
That's right.
She's an excellent cook. It didn't come to me. I don't know what happened. But, so she kind of sent us all a message on Facebook that she was cooking tomorrow because she gets off the boat today and will be coming in tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, y'all just give me a little bit and I'll cook. And I'm like, I'm going to be there because nobody can make dressing or turkey better than my mama.
Well,
I'm going to go.
I'm so
and I'm going to take some to-go boxes.
I am so pleased with my dressing this year. I'm so pleased with it. Tom made the comment. He's like, your dressing doesn't look the same as it did last year. I said, nope. It's a different recipe by a little bit because last year for Thanksgiving, I made the dressing early like I wanted to this year. And after I got off the live Tuesday, he put the kibosh on me finishing my dressing Tuesday. So he told me I needed to make it today because he didn't want to be eating old dressing. It's like, okay, that's fine. I'll do it. It's not what I wanted to do, but I'll do it. And so I made a couple of different adjustments to it. And I think I like this recipe better than my other one.
Well, you may have to share it. Let me ask, does it have celery in it?
I do not put celery in my dressing, no.
Okay, because I can't eat celery.
The recipe comes with celery in it, but I don't ever do that because I don't like celery. My body doesn't process it very well.
See, that's me. I don't do well with celery, so I'm just like, just don't put it in there.
Patricia says that she made cornbread and sausage dressing and it was a hit. I would love to try that. I could not get Tom to eat that though. He is very particular when it comes to sausage. So for some reason it would not work very well here. There would be resistance. There would be a resistance. But yeah, I make my own cornbread. Let's see. Andrea says that she just finished eating her Thanksgiving dinner and the turkey is kicking in. She's fighting it but thinks she's going to lose this one. If I fall asleep, I will watch the replay. No worries. I totally understand. So I make my cornbread and there's no way I'm going to cook it the same day as I cook my dressing. unless, I'm cooking the dressing in advance. It's going to be reheated. So I make my own cornbread. I don't make it from a box. I do make it from scratch. So cornmeal, milk, or cornmeal, eggs,
Do you
milk,
use
butter.
buttermilk? Do you make buttermilk cornbread?
I don't. I don't bother. Um, um, the recipe that I use, I am gonna have to make some adjustments to it because it's not rising the way that I want it to because it's high altitude, and I haven't made that adjustment yet. But it's still delicious either way. WDE, welcome into the chat. Says, Cathy, is that a circular ironing mat? It is. It's her
Yes, it is.
Martelli.
It is the Martelli roundabout. It's a cutting mat, ironing mat, and it goes around.
Yep.
Yes, Patricia, it is.
Yeah, she says day old cornbread is best in dressing. So I made my cornbread on Tuesday, and I left it out all afternoon and evening, and then put it into a container in the fridge until today. And then I took it out and I laid out a baking sheet, and I could put it underneath where the turkey was roasting in the oven. And I browned my cornbread a little bit. So I finished drying it out. And then Donna says that she's an old Southern gal. It's cornbread dressing with lots of sage. Yes. And
Donna, yes, that's what I do.
And she
I
says,
cook my cornbread in advance and freeze it.
Yeah, she said her mother used to make the cornbread weeks ahead and freeze it so it'd be crumbly. Yeah, I don't have to bother with that. I do live in a dry climate now, so that helps a lot. I don't have to wait so long. But yeah, I threw it in the oven maybe 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes at most. While I was dicing up the onion, and what else was I doing? Peeling potatoes. So I was, just letting it dry out a little bit while the turkey was cooking. And so instead of using, a lot of them say to use like chicken broth, like you get the containers of chicken broth from the store or something like that. And that's what we, traditionally always used. What I do now is I use bouillon. And I use the equivalent to 4 cups, or the amount of bouillon that you'd use with 4 cups of water. And then when I do the reconstitution, or when I'm adding my water, I stop at like 3.5 cups, depending on how moist everything is. That way it all dries out beautifully, and it's not a dry dressing. It's still moist. It's just, it didn't take 4 hours to set. Because that was a nightmare.
See, I make my own chicken stock.
Yeah.
Or what is that? Chicken broth or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, I make my own. So it's going to have all kinds of flavors up in it because I use the onion tops. I put any kind of vegetables, like onions or carrots, anything that I have like that I have the top, I put it in a Ziploc bag throughout the year. And when I run out of broth, I pull that out and find what bone I have. Like if I have chicken bones, or like right now I have a ham bone. So I will be making a ham stock.
And I do apologize for everybody if you guys heard the siren or do hear a siren. I do have my window open, and we live walking distance to the nearest EMS dispatch, fire station dispatch. So we regularly hear sirens and all of that. WDE says, Happy Thanksgiving to all of you in the U.S. and Canada. We celebrate Thanksgiving in October. WDE, do you have a first name you'd like to go by instead of just WDE, or would you like me to continue saying WDE? I will figure it out one way or the other. Yeah, we do. tomorrow's going to be a madhouse in all the stores.
Well, probably down here in the state, the lower 50, well, not lower 50, lower
48,
48.
yep.
Um, like I know for us in the South, thank Thanksgiving is best in November because they've just got all the crops in.
Yeah.
Because like where I live, I literally have fields across from my house. Um, Except I think they're growing soybeans in these fields, but like all the corn and the cotton and all that's been harvested.
Yeah.
So, Thanksgiving really is best in the latter part of the year
Well, I think
for us.
I will say, I think I understand why Canada does theirs in October. Living up where I do, as far north as I do, we have already, like, all of our crops, if we planted anything, which I live at high elevation, so
Yeah.
it's a it's a guessing game as to whether or not you're going to actually get anything to grow. Last year, I had fabulous flowers on my patio. This year, I could not get anything to survive. Now, granted, I do live on the windy side of the building, but I could not get anything to survive the summer. Um, and
I'm with
so
you, Patricia.
yeah, everything's pulled already. Yeah, right, Patricia. She says that she's staying home and sewing tomorrow, not going near any stores. I don't blame you. I did a little bit of pre-Black Friday shopping. So I went to my infusion yesterday, and I'm there for usually 45 minutes to an hour when I go, because it takes them a little bit to get set up, and then once they get set up, the infusion itself takes 30 minutes, and then after that they still have to come flush the rest of it out of the bag so it goes into my body. So I'm there for like a good almost hour, and so I sent my husband to the store, and Staples had sent out an email, and we have a Staples here in town. They had sent out an email, and they had some office chairs on sale. So I said, I want you to go see which one of these you like, and, let me know which one you like, which one is the most comfortable. And of course, he knows me. He knows I am the budget shopper. And so he sends me the picture of the first one, and he says, I like this one. And I'm looking at the tag because he sends me the tag, and I said, there's no lumbar support or tilt on it. Where is there another chair? And he went to go try it, and he's like, I like it. And I was like, good. That's exactly what I need. So I went and had him go get that. So we're not shopping either. We're not getting out in it. Patricia said 2 days of cooking. Tomorrow's my day. I don't blame you. And Donna says, I can remember Mom stewing a hen for broth, and when she baked the turkey, she poured the hen broth in the pan to have a double broth for gravy. She baked the bird on his belly so he would be moist. My husband did that by accident this year. That was the problem.
Oh, that's okay, Donna. She said that something about sound.
Oh, yeah. She said, I apologize. My comments seem out of whack. I'm struggling with sound. You're good. I completely understand. WDE says, I can hear you both just fine. Patricia says, that sounds delicious. Yes. It does sound delicious. I somewhere on Facebook, do you remember the Beverly Hillbillies, Cathy?
Oh, yeah.
There was an episode where Granny was getting ready to fix Thanksgiving dinner, and she was having Jethro go get the turkey. And she tells him to dress the turkey. And he comes in, walking in with this turkey on a leash, and it has all these clothes on it. And then she tells him to put it in the pan, and she's not even looking. And he puts it in the pan, and the turkey's just looking around, just doesn't know what it's there for, but it's completely dressed. And Granny just does her little eye roll thing and is just beyond upset. And that was a little clip that I got in my email box. That would totally be me because I would have no idea what to do with the turkey to get it ready. Oh. Patricia said that she was having issues with sound as well, Donna. She said she had to power off her iPad and turned it back on, and that worked for her, and that it sounds perfect now. So apparently YouTube is having issues translating our sound out, and apparently resetting everything is the only thing that seems to be working. So I don't know what else I can do to adjust. I've tried quite a few things.
Yeah, I noticed that on my tablet because I'll read the comments on my tablet over here, and I noticed that my tablet had froze, and I just went out and went back through YouTube, and everything goes fine now. Every
Okay.
now and then it does that, and I have to go out and redo it.
Yeah. It could be because everybody's trying to get on the internet too. Everybody's checking out the Black Friday sales and they're bogging down the internet. We're just going to
Yeah,
blame it on that. Even if it's not that, we're just going to blame it on that.
yeah. Did you say that Missouri Star Quilt Company, they started theirs at 4 p.m. today?
Oh no. I don't really need to
And
know
they
what
had
they've got
some
on
that was
sale.
really good deals.
I do not need to be spending more money. Awesome. Donna says that she just now powered off like Patricia and that seems to have fixed it. Perfect. Yay. I'm sorry we're having to do that. I'm sorry that that's not something I can fix for you. I wish it was. I wish it was. Technology sometimes is a pain in the rear. Ugh. And I
I
keep
was
getting.
checking to see if that quarter shop had any sales. I saw they're going to have some, but I was looking at, let's see, I do lots of places. Colorado Cross Stitcher.
Okay.
I think I saw they were having something. Fat Quarter Shop. I haven't looked at Green Fairy Quilts,
Ooh,
but they
okay.
normally have a 12 Days of Christmas because I did it last year, and oh my goodness, the deals that you could get
Well,
on their 12 Days of Christmas.
I've already spent more money than I planned to, so I'm kind of on a spending hiatus at the moment. Just because we have a budget right now. Um, just trying to set some goals. Um,
Yeah.
Chloe says that they have some in the coupon for 15% off. Um, oh, you're sweet, Donna. She says no need for apologies. It was a simple fix. It is, but it's still aggravating to have you guys do that. I feel like it's not fair. That's what I'm apologizing for. I still couldn't fix it, but um,
Am
no,
I seeing correct? And we have 21 people in here?
I show 18 on my one screen, but that is possible. Let's see, 17 on the other screen that I'm on.
Oh, I see 17 now.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have to click between screens because my broadcast screen is probably on a 30-second delay. Yeah, so it just updated to 17 from 18.
Okay.
So yeah, it that is on a 30-second delay thereabouts. And thank you for the extra like, whoever just liked the channel. I appreciate it. Or liked the video. And now we're back up to 18. But like if I go back to the YouTube page, it shows me what's live as far as what's current in my stream page. So I've got 4 or 5 screens open.
Yeah.
I'm the multitasker.
Well, I was going to tell you, and since we have our normal people in here,
Oh yeah.
I say normal because these are the ones we see a lot.
Mhm.
Uh, December 5th,
Okay.
I am going to do, I don't know what you call it.
Okay.
I'm going to do a celebration video
Okay.
because December 5th is going to be my give back
Okay.
um, to everyone that has subscribed to me
Okay.
and helped my channel. December 5th okay, I guess let me give a little backstory. Shouldn't I do that, huh?
Yep. Help us out. Help us out.
My very first video was done July 14th
Okay.
of 2023.
Okay. So
So
July last
that
year.
was my very first video, and my channel monetized on December the 5th
Okay.
of 2023. And I know I've been told that was very fast, that a
It
lot of people
is.
have never seen that. I don't know because I don't follow a lot of things. So, what I want to do is give back to my viewers
Okay.
and my subscribers.
Awesome.
And so, you guys, so let's see, that's going to be Friday.
Nope, that's
Is
Thursday.
that what that is? The 5th?
The 5th is our next Thursday that we're on.
Yay! Okay, Tammy, we're going to do it here.
That's fine
We're
with
going to
me.
do some giveaways.
That's fine with
Y'all,
me.
come back. We're going to do some giveaways. I have about 5 boxes right now that I'm going to do.
Oh
Oh,
no,
Rose
Rose Garland.
Garland. Oh no. Or Catherine. Nightbot did not like your stuff.
Yeah,
Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Chloe.
I'm glad
I
you're
do
here.
work hard. I do work hard.
We
But I
definitely
love it.
try.
I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it.
We make it look easy so you don't have to think too hard. That's what we're trying to do. So you got 5 boxes to give away?
So far, I have 5 boxes
Oh my
that I'm
goodness.
giving away. What I'm trying to do is create a box that's got a full project in it.
Oh, very
Now,
cool.
they're probably going to be small projects.
Yeah.
Some I have some Notion boxes. I have some project boxes. I just have some cutesy little oh, okay. I was just reading Nightbot's thing
Yeah.
that says I can do this all day.
Yes. Nightbot has some
Nightbot got a
attitude.
little attitude, didn't
Oh
it?
yeah, Nightbot's got attitude for days. Oh,
Oh, thank you,
thank
Patricia.
thank you so
Well, we kind
much.
of bounce off of one another, though, don't we,
We
Tammy?
do. We do. Chloe says very generous. I do agree. I do agree.
But so I just kind of want to give back because without the subscribers and the viewers, there would be no. Well, there would be a channel, but I wouldn't be able to do what I do.
Yeah. But the subscribers definitely make it a lot. They make it
Yes,
rewarding, and they make it all you guys out there, hanging on and chatting in lives and commenting on videos. You It's just kind of like, when you were a kid and you were waiting for Christmas morning, and Christmas morning came, and then you got to come. Thank you, Catherine. She says I subscribe to both. Thank you. Um,
yes. Thank
she,
you, Catherine.
but yeah. So when you're waiting for Christmas morning and you can't wait to see what's in all those boxes underneath the tree, and you open one up and you're so surprised and you feel so happy about whatever it is you got. That's kind of like how I feel about my comments when people leave me comments. Even if it's just, hey, I'm just catching your replay, or, by the way this, or by the way that, whatever the comment is, it's still like that Christmas morning, because I go in and I'm just going, oh, I got new comments. Let me go look. And it's kind of like Christmas morning every day of the year. I like that.
Yeah, and a lot of times you just don't know because what everyone sees on the channel, you know, I may be having a completely rough day,
Mm-hmm.
but when I get on my channel, I love what I do. I love sewing, I love crafting, and I love sharing that. And, but because sewing and crafting is medicine for my soul, it really is. And I just love sharing it. And but some people don't realize, sometimes just seeing that and leaving a comment can make a person's day. It really can.
Oh yeah.
Um, I try to leave a comment on every video I watch, but here lately, I've been watching my videos when I go to bed. So it's on the TV and not on my phone.
Uh-huh.
So I can't very well leave a comment on my TV. So
We need smarter TVs, right?
yeah, sometimes I will pick up my cell phone and I'll jump over to the video and I'll leave a comment.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was about to ask. I was about to answer that.
Chloe,
Yep.
you got to answer that one, Tammy, because I don't have an answer for that.
All right.
I use the flying geese ruler and still mess up.
So Chloe's question is, what do you think is the easiest method for making flying geese for a beginner? And then Patricia has already put in a comment that she hates flying geese, difficult for them to come out right. Okay, so there's two methods, and that was kind of why one of my first tutorials was on flying geese. And I royally screwed them up too. So, I tried different methods on making them. I really do not like the 4 at a time or 2 at a time or whatever the other methods are, because they leave you've got to do all this math to figure out what you're doing. And then you still have all
The
this
flying
trimming
geese
down.
paper. The flying geese paper.
Yeah, flying geese paper isn't that bad, but I'm still my one thought on the flying geese paper, and this is why I don't use stuff like that. I almost bought triangle paper the other week just so I could try it, just to make sure that I'm not saying stuff just to say stuff. But what happens if you run out of that flying geese paper? You have to go buy more, which is,
Yeah.
for lack of a better way to put it, it's consumerism. And I'm not, and this is why making a wish list was so incredibly hard for me to do, because I'm not going to go buying stuff just to go buy stuff and to have it and to do it that way. So like the flying geese paper, I personally, I think it's wasteful, but that's me, because I don't see a need in it. So the two ways that I recommend for people to learn flying geese, and the two ways that I teach how to do flying geese when I have taught flying geese in a pattern. And we will have flying geese coming up in the February, I believe it's February. Is February my next? Yeah, I think February is my next freebie pattern. So we will have flying geese in the freebie pattern. And I don't even have Bonnie Hunter's ruler. It's Kennedy says, I love to do flying geese. Yep, you're a pro at them, it's Kennedy. So my thing is with flying geese is, for a beginner, I recommend drawing your lines. And then when you draw your lines, sew just a thread to the outside of your line. Don't sew directly on your line, sew just a thread to the outside. Then you can cut your pieces whatever size the pattern says, and they should come out correct. Now, with that being said, everybody sews differently, so there's still that room for error. The other method is I like to oversize. Yeah, sew and flip. Yes, absolutely sew and flip. I do not pre-cut anything extra. I don't feel like doing the pre-cut. Now, cotton cuts being said, that's totally different, because that is pre-cut to an exact size so that you get an accurate flying goose unit every time. But they're doing that mass production so that, Cathy can sew it in her sewing room. I can sew it in my sewing room, and we both come out with the same answer. The other option is, if I'm not 100% sure, I oversize, and then I will be more than happy to teach anybody how to trim them. I will be more than happy to teach you how to trim your flying geese so that they're the right size. And that's oversized and trimmed down is the more foolproof method. So you always get the right size flying goose unit no matter what. But it creates waste, and if you're anti-fabric waste, then drawing the line and sewing just a hair to the outside of that line is always the method I recommend. And I press my seams open. There's going to be a lot of back and forth on that, but I press my seams open. I fully believe in that. You look like you're deep in thought, Cathy.
I'm sitting here I've got all of these pressed out, and now I'm like, okay, what is my next step with these?
Oh, okay.
And I have to put the little square on the bigger square.
Okay, yep.
To the right of what's already there. So
Gotcha. Now, if it's now, are you doing your second
my
half
thing
of
for
your
flying geese, I just don't do them. I stay away from them.
Yeah, that's what Patricia says. She does oversize and trim down on half square triangles. Yeah. I always oversize on my half square triangles. I round up on all my half square triangles. I would rather trim those down because I can sew faster and trim down in the same amount of time that I could take my time sewing to get it 100% accurate the first time and then still mess up. So it allows for a little bit more freedom in sewing. Chloe says, okay, I'm going to practice. Yes. Let's say your rectangle is 2.5 by 3.5. WDE is Wendy. I thought I remembered that. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that. So if your rectangle is 2.5 by 3.5, you could go ahead and do 3 by 4. Add an extra 1/2 inch. And then whatever your square size is, it should probably be that 2.5 inch size. So you just round that up to 3 as well. That will give you the same size flying goose unit. You just then need to trim it down once you're done piecing it. Patricia says no 7/8 inch squares for me. Yeah, no, you're good. I don't like that measurement either. I will do it in a pinch, but I hate it. I'm with you on that.
I always size up when they're like that.
Yeah. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, especially in more modern patterns, you can do that. Now, there are some older patterns I've come across where you cannot do that because it's not a half square triangle that you're cutting to that 2 7/8 or 3 7/8 or whatever. Is Kennedy says, I agree, Patricia. I only like to do whole and half. Yep. Well, you'll do quarters. I've seen you do quarters. They're a little bit more painful, but I've seen you do them. I'm using my black light flashlight, you guys, in case you guys wonder what I'm looking down at. I have all these white on whites, and there's just no way to tell. Oh my goodness. I'm sitting here flipping them by accident after I've already got them all right. Oh. I got 2 more squares worth to do. And I'll trim and press and see about sewing the other one on. See if I can get these star points all sewn tonight.
Yeah, I just hope to get all of these. I don't know if you can see all of this right here on the table. I'm hoping to get all of these with the other little square on there to make that's the star points, isn't it?
Yep, it sure is.
I hope to get all my star points done tonight. I may not, and that's okay if I don't. But I can tell you one thing that I am going to do tonight. I'm going to make it an early night tonight. I did not go to bed until 2 o'clock this morning.
I think that's about what time my husband went to bed, and then of course he told me to set an alarm for 5:30 to wake him up because he couldn't put the turkey in last night and cook it overnight so it'd be ready this morning because it was still frozen. So he had to soak it overnight to unfreeze it, and it has been in the refrigerator for a week. And
See, that's me. What is going on with these turkeys now? They're saying not this year.
They're determined.
They're saying, I'm telling you. Oh, goodness. Look at Patricia. She saw an older pattern that had measurements of 16 inch. Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
Oh, no.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah. There's some patterns, some of the older patterns. So what it was, here's the deal. When you were designing these patterns in the 70s and 80s, of course, everybody knew what an 1/8 of an inch and a 1/16 of an inch looked like. So, the schooling was a little bit better on it too. I'll just put it that way. And our rulers had all of that. Now we've simplified it, to make our lives easier, which we absolutely needed because they weren't accurate back then either. But if you hand drew your pattern, you hand drew it to whatever size you wanted it to be. And if that came out to be a 1/16 of an inch, then so be it. I mean, why mess with it? Your beautiful, perfect design that you drew, just to make it easier on the person who's needing to cut it. So they figured out the measurements that way. But yeah, I'm so glad we don't do that anymore. Quilting is modernized a little bit.
Thank goodness.
Chloe says that she was up at 4 to cook the turkey. Oh my goodness. She was up early like you.
Oh goodness, Chloe. Yeah, I know when I did record a video, and I know Sharon is going to come in. She's one of my viewers and my subscribers, and she's the one that bought me the t-shirt that says, I think it says, I quilt past my bedtime. It either says I quilt or I sew past my bedtime. I think it says I quilt past my bedtime, and I do. And I had gotten really bad there about it because once I get started, I don't want to stop until I'm done. But now it's like, nope, you get an hour, 2 hours max. After that, I have to get off of it because if I don't, I will stay at the sewing machine for 10 hours. Mm-hmm. Easy.
My challenge is...
oh, Catherine, I'm so sorry. Y'all are missing it. Y'all need to come here. We'll give you a good Thanksgiving.
Okay, when you come to the United States, go to the Southeast to go have your Thanksgiving, okay? Hands down, that's where you want to go to have your Thanksgiving. You will eat probably some of the craziest, weirdest stuff you have ever eaten in your life.
But it will be seasoned.
Huh?
It will be seasoned.
Oh, it will definitely be seasoned. But you will probably eat the craziest stuff in the world at a Southern Thanksgiving. There are some crazy things to be had at Southern Thanksgiving. I was shocked. Somebody was asking here in the local area where to find collards. And I'm just going, people up here actually know what collards are? I don't eat them, so don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm looking for them. But I didn't know anybody up here knew what they were.
I actually made a pot of collards the other day. Mm-hmm. And what I do is I wilt them. I don't really boil them, but I wilt them in bacon grease.
Okay.
And then I put the bacon back in it.
I don't even think that would make it appetizing for me. I'm not a collards person, but I never have been.
See, I'm not normally a green person at all. I guess it's just something that happened after I got older. Because you used to would never catch me eating any type of greens at all.
You used to couldn't catch me eating
if they're seasoned right, I'll eat them. But they have to be seasoned.
Yeah. Now I'll eat fried okra, but that took ages for me to be willing to eat even fried okra. Um,
Oh,
Patricia said
yeah.
Patricia says Thanksgiving is her favorite holiday, just food, family, and friends. For the most part.
Always
I think you cut. Yep. Her
every
Cathy's
day down
internet.
here.
Yep. Your internet froze.
Uh
Yeah.
oh.
I think you're back. Maybe.
Yeah, I am. I'm
Yep.
back.
You're back.
I
Okay.
hear you. I can
Okay.
hear you. Yeah, I think it did freeze there for a second. I
Yeah.
said down here in the South, I'm in Louisiana. It's always food, family, and friends all the time. So we
Yeah.
must have Thanksgiving every day.
Thanksgiving is also the one time of year that you come back together with everybody that you like and the people you don't particularly care for, and you act like you care. um, it's the most difficult holiday, in my opinion, just because it doesn't come with the same expectations and traditions as Christmas and all of these other holidays. Thanksgiving kind of becomes a little fluid, and things traditions can shift a little bit, or at least that's what's happened before for me, as traditions shift, and I can never figure out what I'm doing every year.
Oh,
um,
Patricia, no, no, it has to come in the door. That's part of the fun.
Patricia, that's how you know who your family is. Because she said, as long as you leave politics at the door. Nope, you gotta let the politics in, because you gotta know who your true friends and true family are, and that's how you figure that out. Um, let's see. Donna
Yes,
says,
Donna.
yeah, I can always tell if someone grew up with colors if they saw collard greens. They did not grow up with them. If they say collards, they did grow up. Okay, no, so that means that person did grow up with them, because she did say collards. And like, it didn't occur to me she wasn't calling it collard greens. So yeah, she apparently grew up with it. Okay.
I don't know. I grew up with them. Maybe, do I call them collard greens? I call them collards normally, but I call them collards or I call them greens. One of the two.
Well,
Because
every time I think of collards, I also think of mustard greens.
no, I don't
Because
eat mustard greens.
I don't eat any of it. But my great grandmother's garden, they grew collards and mustard greens, and
Now,
I
I'll
remember
eat
it.
turnip greens, but I won't eat turnips.
Oh, I won't eat turnip greens or turnips.
Girl, you
Uh,
just got to put a little bit of sugar in them. That's
uh,
what makes them really good.
no, I'm good. Y'all can have them. I'll leave more for you. I'll take your
See,
extra deviled eggs in exchange.
I did not start eating greens at all until I was pregnant with my second child and I craved turnip greens.
My
And I will
craving.
say, she's the only child that I ever got sick with because I craved turnip greens, but I hated them. I couldn't stand them. I would eat them and just gag the whole time.
Oh my goodness.
But with my son, I craved them and I ate them and all the time. That's all I ate.
Uh,
Fried fish, turnip greens, salads, and baked potatoes. That's all I ate.
now, Donna says mustards are her favorite. She also said turnip greens, no turnips, yes ma'am. And Patricia says love turnips. I'm good. I'll leave them for you. I don't mind. I'll share. I can't do and this has been more since I've gotten older. I can't do cucumber. Um, Cucumber turns my stomach something fierce, and it's just, I mean, the smell of cucumber. My husband can get a salad and be sitting across from me at a restaurant, or he'll fix a salad. Welcome in, Giovanna. We can get a salad
Hey,
or
Giovanna.
whatever, and the smell of the cucumber on his salad is just nauseating to me, and it's just crazy. I mean, I used to eat cucumber. It used to be okay.
For me
Um,
to eat cucumbers, it has to be a particular kind of cucumber. I
Uh,
can't just eat, I can't just eat cucumbers.
oh, Catherine says only cows and sheep eat turnips. Lol, yuck. No, actually,
I,
so when I was vegan for a year, I went vegan for a year. I was doing that for my son and my stepson. I had one that was vegetarian and one that was having a dairy allergy to dairy and eggs. So if I made anything that I could eat, both of them could eat whatever I made. And so that was the way I did it. Is just I went vegan so that no matter what I fixed for myself, either one of them could eat it. I didn't have to look at recipes or look at menus or labels or whatever. And there were some recipes with turnips in it, and they were okay at the moment, or they were okay when I ate them, but now no, I can't do them. Just can't do them. Ooh, Catherine, and she says that she's sewing tote bags at the moment. Awesome.
oh, that sounds like fun.
It does.
I have a tote bag over here waiting for me to cut the fabric.
I have got it's like a fanny pack bag pattern that I picked up at Missouri Star. And I picked up the webbing and the parachute clip and the zippers and all that kind of stuff to make it. I just didn't pick up the fabric. So I picked up the fabric here, and I picked up enough fabric to make two. So I need to actually get to making those sometime soon.
Yeah, I remember when you came back and you showed that pattern.
I'm looking forward to making it. I just need to get time to make it. My first priority has to be that pattern that I'm releasing between Christmas and New Year's. Because now I'm actually to the point, everything is cut. I just have to sew everything together. And so that sewing part takes a little bit of time. So I just have to give myself time to sew. Ooh, Aussie Animals fabric is what Catherine is making those tote bags with.
Oh, I bet that's going to be pretty.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. Sounds exciting.
Well, I was hoping I was going to get to sew tomorrow, but no, that's not going to happen.
Well, I'm
I'm
almost
going to
done.
have that little grandbaby of mine, that little boy.
I am almost done trimming the 1/4 inches off of these so I can press them and then sew the other star point on them. And then we can see if I've got time to press and make a couple of blocks or so. And some of these are going to end up being really scrappy because I'm running out of the blue fabric that I was using on some of these. So I'll have to dig into some of the other blues that I was using or that I haven't used yet to finish them out. Oh.
Yeah, right now what I'm doing is just sewing that second star point on of all of my pieces. And once that's done, I will have to trim them and press them.
Yeah, I've got 10 blocks worth that I can sew my other star point on here in just a minute after I press them. So we're going to press and sew in batches. A block at a time. Oh, I'm going to leave that one for last. That one's my scrappy one. I don't remember which one it is. I ran out of
Hey, Donnell.
everything. Welcome in, Donnell. She
Oh,
says,
she
hey,
says she's just popped in to show her love. Hit the thumbs up. Busy doing Family Day. Hope everyone is having an amazing Thanksgiving
awesome, thank you.
day. You too, Donnell. We hope you're having a great day.
And Wendy says she's making microwave potato bags for her church ladies group. Awesome. One of
Those
those
things
would
are
save.
amazing.
I need to get one, or need to make one or the other. Because I would totally eat more baked potatoes if I had an easier way to fix them. Now I will say I do love doing corn on the cob in the microwave. That is fantastic. Have you ever done that one, Cathy?
What is that?
Have you ever heated up your corn on the cob in the microwave?
No.
Yep, you put it in the microwave for 5 minutes, but you leave the husk on. It's like straight from the store, husk and everything. You put that in the microwave for 5 minutes, and then you take it out with like those hot gloves or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you slice off one end, and your corn will slide out. All the husk pieces come off and
Oh.
everything. Oh, put butter on that. It's so delicious. Chloe says that she needs to pick up the pace on Andrea's mystery quilt along. Oh, I do too. I'm way behind. Donnell says, movie time. Love y'all. Love you too, Donnell. Have fun. Enjoy the movie.
Have fun.
Yes, it is beautiful in the microwave. Yes. Microwave corn on the cob is fantastic. I mean,
See, we really don't eat a lot of corn,
we don't
but
either.
we don't buy corn from the store either.
Well, we do, but that's mainly because, it's what we have access to easily here.
Yeah.
We could go the other route and like go to a farmer's market, but that involves time and energy, and when we're short on both, we do what we do. Giovanna says that she does put the potatoes in the microwave without a bag, Tammy, and she does it all the time. Awesome. I may have to.
My baked potatoes,
Uh huh.
I found a recipe that you can make them in your crock pot.
Now that I've
You,
seen.
yeah, you wrap your potatoes in foil and then just stack them in a crock pot. No water, no, just stack them in the crock pot
Uh
and
huh.
you put them in there for like so many hours.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the skin is not cooked
Crunchy.
or anything,
Yeah.
but I do that and I freeze them.
Oh,
I
okay.
will freeze the potatoes so when I just get an urge to have a baked potato, they're frozen in the freezer. All I got to do, make me some chili, grate me some cheese, give me some sour cream,
And microwave the
and
potato.
voila, got a baked potato.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I haven't tried that. Um, okay, so here's my cooking repertoire. So you guys have heard that I've made stuff for Thanksgiving, right? That took every bit of energy that I had, and I had no time for sewing. So if I want time for sewing, I have to either Tom makes me something, or it has to be something that takes very minimal effort from me. Otherwise, it doesn't happen, and I forget to eat. And then I eat potato chips as a snack instead, and that's not really healthy. Giovanna says that she puts them in with the skin, and it's delicious. Okay, I will have to look that up
Yeah.
and make sure that there's not any high altitude adjustments I need to make. Guys, that has been a learning curve, let me tell you. And I just realized I forgot one of my blocks. I didn't do the squares on one of my blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. I only did 9 blocks. I didn't do 10 blocks worth. So I gotta go back and catch up one one block worth. Oh. That's not the end of the world though. That's just four squares. 4 squares.
Yeah, I don't even know how many I've done of these little squares. I don't even know how many I need.
If you've done
I'm just
if you did all of them for all 36 blocks, you'll have 144 of them.
yeah.
I had to do the math earlier. Chloe says that she rubs her potatoes with olive oil, adds salt and pepper. Okay. That makes me want my Parmesan crusted potatoes. Those are fantastic, but those are in the oven. Those are definitely an oven bake. But I don't know if I want to put in any effort. I'm done putting in effort for a couple days.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to be calling tonight an early night, and my grandbaby will be here probably about 7 in the morning.
Ouch.
So I have to make sure I'm very rested. because he has learned how to walk now. He has started walking.
Oh, okay.
And it was a week before he turned 11 months old. And he's still not real sure of it, but he's a little chunky thing. And so, walking's a little difficult for him. Now, my granddaughter, she runs.
Oh, yeah.
She does not slow down. She runs. And, but there's too much stuff for him to get into in my house.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because I refuse to hide things in my house when they come.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still in remodel mode here. Because if I hide it from myself too.
True. Welcome
Hey,
in, Jess. Giovanna says, ouch, that is a lot of work for you. Yes. I don't think I could handle a walking infant right now. That's a lot. My 2.5-year-old great niece, she was a handful, but she's old enough now that she can be settled for a minute or two at a time. I don't know how I would sew with a little one anymore. That's just I'm not sure that I'm cut out for that again.
Well, I didn't feel like I was going to be very good at it because, my baby is 22, 23. This is 2024, so he's 22.
Okay.
And it's been a long time since I've had a baby.
Oh, yeah.
And babies aren't like they used to be. It's like they get here with a degree almost under their belt.
Well, I can tell you, they definitely know how to work technology a lot better than we did. Or than our kids did.
Well, my grandson is only 11 months old, and he climbed to me like a ladder today.
Oh, my gosh.
I was like, how in the world? He can't walk very much. He gets about 4 or 5 steps in. But he seriously climbed up the chair on top of me because I had food. I had what he wanted. And he was going to get it. So they are, Giovanna. They really are. But nowadays, they're just so smart.
Let's see. Wendy says, well, I'm going to give the bags a try. The potatoes are supposed to be fluffier. They are also used for other foods. Okay. Yeah. Please let me know. Please let me know.
Oh, I saw something funny the other day on like a YouTube reel. It just kind of was playing. Uh-huh. It's a guy and his wife, and they see like TikTok things about food, and they cook them to see. Okay. They're like, no, that's not real. Okay. Well, they saw somebody fry an egg in the microwave.
Oh, is this Anne?
And I was like, that egg is going to blow up.
Is she the?
But no.
Do they have Australian
accents? They fried an egg in the microwave, and it looked like it turned out really well. So
they're not the ones that are from Australia, are they?
No, I don't think so. It's a young man and woman.
Okay.
She's real thin. They have a child, but let me tell you, they must never cook in their house except for when they do these reels because their kitchen is like so spotless. He said he had to go buy the microwave to do this.
Oh, dear.
So I'm like, y'all obviously don't eat in your house, or if you do, you eat nothing but salads.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
So there's a lady out of Australia, Anne Reardon, and she runs a YouTube channel it's called How to Cook That. and she tests all these TikTok and social media hacks, cooking hacks, and she'll tell you what is and isn't going to work, but she'll go ahead and try some of them anyway. And she'll tell you which ones are actually not safe to even try. She really does an amazing job. She pulls all the science in, but she makes it so everybody can understand it. It's awesome. Giovanna says, I have a container that does that. It makes poached eggs in the microwave. I have a container that it's silicone, and you scramble your eggs and you put the eggs in the little containers, and you can put your salt and pepper and bacon bits or cheese or whatever in with your egg, and it makes egg bites. And it's fairly good. It's not foolproof yet. I haven't figured out a foolproof method. But it is what it is.
What, to poach an egg?
No, well, I haven't poached an egg, but I've done like the egg bites in the microwave. Giovanna says that she has a container that does the poached eggs in the microwave.
I just do my poached egg on the stove. You just put water in a boiler and get a spoon and start stirring it around until you've got the funnel in there. You crack the egg, drop it in the funnel, and it'll roll it around, and it ends up poached. Just pick it out. I saw that as a trick also.
I don't think I've ever bothered to go that far, so.
And I mean, it's real quick, though. I mean, you get your water boiling.
Yeah.
And then just start stirring it like that, and then drop your egg, crack your egg, and put it in there.
I don't think I've ever
tried. And it's really good. I mean, I like a poached egg better than a fried egg. It's like a fried egg, just not with oil.
Catherine's apparently watched Ann Reardon. She says she is funny at times. Yes, she is. So she gets her husband and her boys to eat the things that she makes. And oh my gosh, sometimes their reactions are just absolutely priceless.
Oh.
It's hilarious. Like there was supposed to be a way to supposedly make honey that isn't actually using real honey. And, of course, has the boys try the methods that, are suggested. And, their faces on that one was just, oh my goodness. So hilarious.
Well, the whole point of eating honey is for the health benefits, really. I mean, honey is so good for you.
I think it was supposed to be more if you don't have honey, here's what you can do instead kind of hack.
Oh, okay.
Or it was for somebody who is vegan and doesn't want to use actual honey or something. Because there's a debate in the vegan community as to whether or not, there's vegans that do use honey, and then there's vegans that don't use honey. Because there's apparently a debate between whether or not it's an animal byproduct in the same way that, milk is a byproduct from cows or etc. So, I don't subscribe to either of you. I'm not going to do a political or rant or PETA anything on my channel, but that is what the debate. That's what the debate is that kind of thing.
I find things like that interesting, though. How people have different. But let me back up. Of course, I find that interesting because of what I have my degree in. I have my bachelor's degree in sociology, so of course I love to study the cultures of other people. I mean that is just so interesting to me.
Yep.
And the way people think, though, about the foods they eat and the byproducts and stuff, that is almost a culture in itself.
Oh, it definitely is, because you have, right now especially, you've got another wave, because there used to be a big wave back with the hippie generation, the new wave of, quote, crunchy moms, and that's what the hippie moms are being called, is they're being called crunchy, because everything is all natural and not cooked, and like
Yeah.
you try to do everything organic and all of that. That's the most I understand about it. So please don't come at me if I got a detail wrong. It was not intentional.
I guess that's what I am now. I'm a crunchy grandma.
um, well, it depends.
Not really, because y'all see me sitting here drinking a Coke. I hadn't had a Coke in forever.
Yeah, no, you're not. If you're drinking a soda, you are not a crunchy. Oh, yeah, definitely not. But yeah, there's like all that going on too, and it's interesting. It's definitely different.
I say more power to people that can eat that way because it is healthier. But I like my sugar.
Well,
I mean, I know I shouldn't have it, but man,
well,
it's an addiction.
some of that eating is healthier, especially if you're doing non-GMO. But if you can't, I mean, the other challenge with that, and here's the sociology side of it that you'll really appreciate, is so let's say, let me try to find a name that's not in my chat. I don't think I see the name Christy in my chat anywhere. If your name is Christy, I do apologize. Let's say Christy is one of those crunchy moms that only wants to give her kids, granola bars or organic produce and all of that. And that's fine. But then Christy judges Samantha on her parenting because Samantha's not parenting her kids the same way Christy's parenting her kids. So it becomes like a socioeconomic issue where, the kids are, feeling like Samantha's kids might feel disadvantaged because they're not being raised the same way Christy's kids are because Christy can afford to be a crunchy mom, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and that
It
comes
happens
down
throughout
to
time.
what's available.
Yeah.
What is within their means and what is available to them.
Yeah.
I know every mom wants to do best by their children, but let's face it, kids lay on the ground and lick the dirt.
Yes, they do.
You know what I mean?
Yes, they do.
I saw something on a Facebook thing. It says, "Mamas, quit worrying over breast milk or formula. As soon as your kids learn to feed themselves, it's going to be cat food, dog food, and dirt."
That is accurate. So terribly accurate. All right, Giovanna says, that is okay. Pick me. Pick me. Okay, so what are we picking you for? You got to tell us, what are we picking you for? I'm willing to pick you. I just need to know what I'm picking you for. Are we putting you on the spot and asking you random questions? Oh. I don't know where I'm at with this. I got these all out of order. I think I have an extra stack of... Oh, I know how I got it out of order. Okay, I think. No, that's not how I got it out of order. Oh, well. I got...
It'll work out. It'll work out. It'll be okay.
It will, but it oh, my goodness. Oh, they're so out of order now. They're so messed up. Oh, well. It's going to be what it's going to be. They're going to be very scrappy. Let's see. Giovanna says the kids that do that are so much healthier, more antibodies. Yes, absolutely agree. The kids that are exposed to the most tend to have fewer challenges with their health later on. Definitely.
Yeah, their body has to learn how to combat diseases, bacterias, because they just lick the ground.
I mean, if they make it to adulthood, they've already survived half of what, might have killed off their peers that don't get outside. So, yeah, absolutely. Oh, Giovanna. Okay, that makes sense. She said, if you want to pick a person for an example, I don't get offended. Okay, gotcha. Okay. I will use you for my next example. But you got to be in my chat for me to pick you, okay? That's how it's going to work. I won't pick you if you're not in my chat. Because then people will think I'm picking on you even if I'm not actually picking on you. So we're not playing that game. I know how the sociology of this works. Or I think I do. Maybe? After I get this one, I will have 4 blocks that I could put together. And that's... Is it 2 blocks or 4 blocks for that first row? Let me see.
What is it?
For that first row, it is...
Oh, let's see.
I only need 2. Okay. So I need 2 blocks because you have to put them with the print. Of course, I haven't measured and cut any of that print yet. The print in that makes the 4 patches. I haven't cut any of that yet.
You're looking at this one right here?
Yeah. Yep.
That right?
Yep. That's exactly what I'm looking at. So you just need 2.
So you got a 4 patch?
I would have to cut my setting squares, and I haven't cut any of that yet. And that
I haven't cut those either.
That is buried. So that'll be getting cut probably... Depends on how much sewing I get done otherwise. Giovanna says, fine. I don't worry. Oh, we got to play by the rules. There are some rules. There are some sociological rules. I know it's crazy, but there are some that do exist. All right. That print is the right print. Okay, that'll work. I can do that. Trying to make sure I'm doing these in some kind of order that makes sense. So that I don't get them super scrappy. I mean, they're going to be scrappy either way. But I want a little bit of controlled scrappy. I do not do scrappy very well.
You want there to be a method to your madness?
There's got to be a method to my madness. There is always a method to the madness. So I keep telling my students that, every time I teach a class, teach anything, there's always a method to my madness. So I actually have to stick with it because there needs to be a method to my madness.
Yeah.
And once I get off of here tonight, I'm probably going to be sewing all the way until my neighbor downstairs cuts me off. And, but I need to be working on what I had to take off of my design wall. Giovanna says, scrappy is not controlled. It's as controlled as I can make it. It's as controlled as I can possibly make it. Because I'm having to use the last of what I've got already cut before I start cutting more. Because I need to. I'm being a little controlling on it. I am admitting it. I am admitting my faults. Now, are you using diagonal seam tape, Cathy, when you are doing these?
What was that?
Are you using diagonal seam tape
No.
to do your lines?
Nuh-uh.
Okay.
Girl, I'm being a rebel. I'm not putting any kind of line out there. I'm just sewing.
Well, I did the diagonal seam tape for my half squares, but I'm not doing it now for these 1-inch or these star points. Oh, these tiny little star points. Let's see. Yes, Patricia. My neighbor downstairs can hear the vibration from my machine through her ceiling, apparently. So if she gets mad at me, she will take her cane and bang on the ceiling and basically tell me it's time for me to knock it off. So yeah, technically she can. Sometimes she's more opinionated and insistent than other times. But yeah, she could apparently hear.
I wonder if a rubber mat under the legs of your table would help.
Well, I actually bought the little risers that you put underneath a washing machine to prevent it from vibrating through the floor. I bought those, and so
But
far,
those are metal on the bottom, aren't they?
there's no metal in them at
Oh,
all.
okay.
It's rubber on the top and rubber on the bottom. Um,
Huh.
so she hasn't banged on my ceiling or on my floor since I got them, so knock on wood. But if I move my chair around too much, it's a rolling chair. So she would hear that. So I still have to be somewhat careful just because it's not that I'm offended that she's upset. It's that the moment that she bangs on my ceiling, it sends this panic through my body that I have done something severely wrong, and I can't kind of push past that yet. I will get there, but I have not figured it out yet. Oh, let's see. Wendy says that she's done corn on the cob in the microwave. You wet a paper towel and wrap it around the cob, husk off, and set it for about 1.5 minutes. It steams it. Yeah. See, I just leave the husk on and 5 minutes and cut the end, and everything slides out. It's beautiful. Let's see. Giovanna says my neighbor can hear mine, but at the moment he's not home, so it's okay. Giovanna says there's respect also. Yeah, there is that. So initially, the apartment complex people told me that there's no reason for me to have to not sew because sewing was not in the list of things that I was not supposed to do after 10 p.m. The things in the official list of things we're not supposed to do after 10 p.m. includes loud noises, hanging pictures on the wall, things where it's as distinctive loud noise, like hammering a nail into the wall or, moving around, like moving boxes and such, or rearranging furniture. We're not supposed to do that at between 10 p.m. and I think it's 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. I'm not sure what the morning time is. I'm not a morning person enough. But they told me that sewing was okay. But then they came back 2 weeks later and told me that I wasn't allowed to sew past 10 p.m. because it was upsetting my neighbor. But they wouldn't talk to her about her music. So it's a messed up situation no matter which way we go. So I just
Well,
assumed,
maybe if her music is loud, stomp on the floor.
my husband has done that, but it doesn't do anything to fix it. He actually took a chair and banged on the floor. But it didn't do I didn't figure it would because it's passive aggressive to do it. And yeah, it didn't do any good. Giovanna says that their noise restrictions from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. Yeah. I mean,
I would
ours
just
is,
figure if she doesn't realize that her music is that loud,
oh,
maybe.
she specifically started blasting it after she started complaining about my sewing machine. She waited until after she started complaining about my sewing machine to start blasting her music. So it was kind of intentional.
Well,
And
you can always be the better person.
that's what I'm trying to
And
be.
that,
I still want to sew past 10 p.m. though. I really
don't
do.
we all?
Oh, it's. I just feel like it's not fair to not be able to.
Yeah. Well,
It is what it is, though.
yeah.
And I mean, we were here for over a year before she started complaining, so. And she mainly started complaining when I was doing all the embroidery for Halloween Town. And I will admit, when the embroidery machine is going and that arm is shifting, the machine does shake the floor more. So, if if I don't embroider, she won't say anything. Or if I don't use my long arm, she won't say anything. But I have to be aware that she could potentially say something.
Yeah.
So, Chloe says that is too bad, Tim. Yep, right. And then Giovanna says that's very infant ever. It is. But, and I do take this kind of approach. So, we never know what's going on in someone else's life. As far as I know, she lives alone. Like, I've never seen anyone else to and from her apartment, and we've never been rude to her, and I don't know if she knows that we're the ones that live above her. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't asked, but I also don't want to put us in the position, if I did ask if she knew, I don't want to put us in the position of now there's a face-to-face contact about who it is.
Yeah.
We know who she is, but if she doesn't know who we are, we're not going to put ourselves as a target, if that makes sense. But, I don't know what's going on in her life. I don't know if, she's got some other stressors going on, and it was just, my machine made it worse. Maybe. I don't know, but I'm not going to fight it. Not going to fight it.
Yeah.
All right. I may actually be at my limit for the moment. I am...
Did you notice there are 27 people?
Oh my gosh. 27 people,
Yeah.
and we only have this many chatting? You crazy people.
Y'all don't forget to hit that thumbs up, guys.
Please hit the thumbs up. Please, please, please. Did you guys know that when a content creator gets off of a live, it tells them what the chat rate was? So when the chat is really slow for the night, like I've had a chat rate as low as 1 before. And it's that, we have one chatter every, minute or two, something like that. And I don't know exactly how the chat rate is correlated or how it's calculated. Giovanna says she just did it. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, when we get off, it tells us how many people were on the channel at the same time, watching at the same time. It tells us how many people viewed the live. So, like, let's say, so we've got 28 viewers, and let's say throughout the time that I was live, so let's say we're live for 2 hours exactly. For those 2 hours that I was live, let's say I had 60 people an hour. So I would have had a total of 120 views. So YouTube will tell me that I had 120 viewers. So even if you come in, you're only watching for 1 or 2 minutes and then you leave, that still counts as a view. And then, of course, it tells me how many people was the most at a time. And then the chat rate is one other thing that we get a lot of. Judy says that she's listening and being quiet. Her daughter and granddaughter just left. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not mad. Believe me, you guys. I'm not mad. I enjoy you guys being here. Even if you're not chatty. I just didn't know if you guys knew that YouTube tells us that. Yeah, so those
See, I've never done any lives on my channel. I may have to try.
That's right. That's right. You haven't.
I've always joined other people for lives.
Okay.
Let's see. I've been with Sean twice.
Okay.
The guy who saves. I've done 2 with him. I did one with Katie.
Okay.
And I did one with Donnell, and I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay, that works. Yeah, yeah, my primary video source is lives. It's just easier for me because then I don't feel all the pressure of spending the time editing, because I feel like when I'm editing, I'm listening and watching myself so much that I'm going to edit the daylights out of everything to where my video is not even watchable. Because I'm so hypercritical of myself.
I normally record about an hour and a half to 2 hour videos and I edit it down. Most of the time it's down to about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But I leave enough of the pertinent information, that you can tell what is going on. The majority that I take out is the quiet spells when I'm reading the pattern. Y'all don't want to see me sit there and read the pattern. And oh, good night, Chloe.
Oh, good night. Thank you for being here. She has an early
Oh,
morning.
get some deals, Chloe. Let me know what you got.
Yes, please come back and tell us what you got. Um, Giovanna says shorts help a lot. Yeah, they do. I need to get better about recording shorts. Because again, that's another one, recording, where I have to think about the fact that, all these people are going to watch this short little clip of me, and what do I want to put forward, because I always want my best face forward, so to speak. So yeah. And Chloe says that she loves shorts. I love to wear shorts, Have a good night, Chloe. Wendy says that she thinks she'll try that method for poached eggs tomorrow. She has these silicone cups, but don't use them now. Yeah, I don't think I've ever cooked poached egg. Now, what kind of eggs do you use for... Oh my gosh. It's slipping my mind. The hollandaise. Use hollandaise sauce and ham. Oh my gosh. What is that meal? What is that meal? Okay, somebody in the chat, you guys got to know. Take clips of my existing videos. Yeah, I'd be so lost trying to figure out what clip to take. What?
Yeah, I'm going to start doing shorts. I have a few of them out there, but I'm going to start doing shorts of the projects that I do.
Oh, yeah. I do shorts better when I am doing like a little announcement thing. I struggle to do a short for anything but announcement purposes. And I don't know if it's just the way my brain thinks about them. Maybe? I don't know. What is that meal? It's going to drive me crazy. You have hollandaise sauce, you have ham, or Canadian bacon, and eggs. Maybe that's eggs Benedict. Yes, Sherry. Thank you so much. Thank you. That is exactly what I was thinking of. Is that a poached egg? Because if so, then I have had a poached egg. I've just never made a poached egg. Giovanna says that she has a few that have done very well. Yeah, and that's actually how Debbie from In Quilt Fact really shot to fame, is because she went viral over her Quilt Police short. And that's where she got really famous really fast. Okay, so it is poached eggs. Okay, so I have eaten poached eggs, you guys. I can say for a fact that I've eaten poached eggs, but I've never cooked them. We were struggling to get deviled eggs to work today. My husband tried one method, and then he couldn't get the shells off. I couldn't get the shells off. He tried a different method that he saw, and it used vinegar in the water, and I've never done that in my life. And I'm not sure if the eggs cooked long enough, but the egg white was disintegrating on us. We just could not win with deviled eggs today.
I cook my eggs in the pressure cooker.
Oh, I wish. We do not have a pressure cooker.
I throw them in the Instant Pot. I do the 5-5-5 method.
Oh, okay. Well, I do have an Instant Pot, and I do think, or I did at one point have one of those egg tray things for it.
I don't use an egg tray.
Oh,
I
okay.
use the little metal wire rack
Uh-huh.
that they have. I just lay my eggs on it.
Okay.
I put the lid on it. I pressure cook it for 5 minutes. I fast release. Well, no, slow release for 5 minutes. Then I open it up and then I ice bath it for 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. And that gives you the perfect hard-boiled eggs?
The shells come right off.
Oh, okay. I may have him look at that method because, I mean, just everything that we normally have done, we could not get to work right today.
Your altitude, then, isn't it?
Well, we never had a problem with that before. Um, let's see. Jess says never used an Instant Pot. I have used an Instant Pot. So my Instant Pot story. We were on the semi truck. So my husband was driving, and in order for us to cook things, it was easier for us to cook things if we had fewer dishes. So like a electric skillet or the Instant Pot. You can slow cook in the Instant Pot too. But you could cook basically anything in the Instant Pot. But we never tried doing boiled eggs in it. Because we ate boiled eggs on the road all the time, but we always had to buy them. Or I had to cook them in the electric skillet. And I don't remember how I did that. Because it was really small, so I don't remember. But we actually had 2 Instant Pots for a while. And I finally got rid of one right before we moved. So we were down to just the smaller Instant Pot. Because it's just the 2 of us most of the time. So we didn't need the big one.
Yeah, I see Jess. She's saying that's amazing. I was a holdout on an Instant Pot. I mean, my kids all had Instant Pots. I was the holdout. I was like, I don't need an Instant Pot. Now that I have it, man, it is amazing. I got the Rio Wide Plus. I have some videos on this channel, well, on my channel, on my normal channel, cooking, because I have 2 channels. I have a cooking channel and I have a sewing channel. I did not start my cooking channel until well after I started this channel or my channel. But when I started my channel, it kind of had everything in it. So it has cooking, sewing, quilting, crafting. It has everything. Shopping. It has a little bit of everything in it. But so I did a series of the Instant Pot things that I cooked. Because when I got it, I started trying all the functions out on it. The only thing I can say is I did not like the cake function. It was more like a bread pudding.
Oh, gotcha.
I didn't like it. No, no, no.
Welcome
I would
in,
rather just cook
Lori.
a cake in the oven.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Lori.
Wendy says that her grandmother always said you have to eat a peck of dirt before you die. Yeah, you should. You should. Jiva says that she used to make mud pies when she was small. I used to as well. I was a tomboy through and through. I loved making mud pies, and I would steal all the boys' little construction trucks because I wanted to see how they worked and what they did and how to make what I wanted to make with whatever I had. Oh, I loved making mud pies as a kid. It's just one of those crazy things. Yeah, I use my Instant Pot for rice. I don't eat rice, but if I have to make it for the dog or for the husband, that's how I cook rice. I will cook it in the Instant Pot. And it has not yet failed me. That's my successful one, anyway. So one year for Christmas, we had to go down and pick up the youngest. And this was back when I was living in Alabama. So we had to go down to Mississippi, pick up the youngest, and bring her back. And so we were making red beans and rice for Christmas Day. And so
See what Giovanna said?
Oh, that's funny. She was the best wrestler of her neighborhood. I was not a good wrestler. I was not a good wrestler. But so, what was I? So I cooked the red beans and had everything ready to go in the crock pot. So all my parents had, or all I had to do before I left to go get the stepdaughter, was start the crock pot, like turn it on. So I turned it on before he left, and when we came back, all I had to do was instant pot some rice, and red beans and rice was ready. Now, granted, I don't eat rice, so I just ate the red beans, but it was a quick dinner for Christmas that year. It was probably the lowest effort Christmas dinner. Mud builds muscles. Yeah, it kind of does. Kind of does.
I think I just got a notice on my phone that my battery is dying.
Oh no.
I was fully charged when we got on here, but I'm looking at my tablet and it's at 45 also.
Well, it's probably because your internet box is at the front of the house and it's struggling to reach it. That could be why we were having internet problems earlier too.
I don't know. It is. Well, it's almost 9 o'clock. So.
Oh, well, yeah, there is that. Well, we can get off of here and, if you're ready to.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, I've still got all these I got to do. My goodness.
Yeah.
I'll probably wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and do them before my grandson gets here.
Get your fabric therapy in.
Yeah, that seems to be my magic time when I go to bed at a decent hour. It's 3 a.m.
Ugh. That's about what time I get up, but I think my neighbor would still not appreciate me very much for that one.
Oh, well.
She might not get much of a choice. So, all right, well, we won't keep you then, and I will go ahead and sign up here as well. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us on your holiday if you are here in the United States and today's Thanksgiving. Thank you for coming in from overseas and internationally. We really do appreciate everyone coming in to hang out and spend time with us. I may go back over and catch. Giovanna says it's nearly 4 a.m. here. She's the night owl and the early bird, especially for catching my channel. But I may go back over to Katie over at Greenland Quilter if she's still live and join her for a little bit. It just depends on if she's still going. But we're going to go ahead and get off of here. So let's give a round of applause to Cathy for being here as well. Thank you so much, Cathy. And I will be live again Sunday evening. I will get my lives for December uploaded. We do have a special live on December 14th. That is going to be a special paper piecing tutorial. I will have the pattern issued out by December 7th. So if you guys do want to participate in that, that is going to be a long day sewing. And it will be a tutorial. So you guys actually get a pattern. I will be sewing that exact pattern on live with you guys. So you guys can see exactly how to do paper piecing. And I will go over it multiple times. So if you have questions, if you want those answered live, December 14th is the day for that. December 15th, I will have a special guest, Alicia from Quilting Bird, is going to be over here. She's going to be over here hanging out. And on December 10th, we are going to have Jess from So Blessed by Jess on here as our Tuesday night guest. So we do have some cool stuff coming out this upcoming month, but I will get all the lives posted in the next few days or so. So do not miss, this upcoming Tuesday is Sew and Tell. So if you've not entered Sew and Tell, if you'd like to, you can always email me or you can submit it through the Facebook group. And thank you again for being here. I will be here Sunday night, and I will see as many of you as want to come